Okay, this is an elementary sort of a thing. Everybody else that knows everything more than I do out there electronic-wise, bear with me or don't watch it or just leave a weird comment or something. But I'm in grade school when it comes to this. But I've been watching ways to utilize things that are lying around the house. I've been watching videos about that sort of thing in order to generate power from wind. So, you know, I've been watching these for quite a long time, and I thought, well, you know, I'm going to just try a little basic experiment and see if it works. So I took a hairdryer apart and took the motor, because I learned from somebody from India or somewhere that you could take you know, tape recorder motors or any other kind of motor and turn it into a generator. So I thought, well, I'll try that. And this is, you know, nothing new really, but for me it's new because I'm, you know, getting my foot in the door, so to speak, because I'd like to eventually build my own wind generator, and I don't have money to buy one. And, you know, this is the beginning steps. Everybody starts somewhere. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. So I didn't have a LED light, so I went out and took a Christmas tree light here, and apparently these take a lot more power than an LED. So you're not going to see much, but the point is, and you know, again, this is from a hairdryer, and this is the fan part of it, and it's terrible. This spins, of course. And so I really have to crank this, and I have to hold it at a certain angle because it's not glued in or anything, so otherwise it'll go flying off. But you'll see a tiny bit of electricity that I'm generating myself. And what I want to do is get to the point where I've got a big unit, or even a small one with a bigger fan, because I tried this in the wind, and the wind doesn't pick this tiny thing up at all, really. So let's give it a shot. I just wanted to show you that I've done it too. I mean, you know, some of the videos you might have watched or whatever, it is possible. You turn a motor into a generator, and it's fairly simple. You're not going to see much because it takes a lot to spin this, and it's hard to spin this tiny thing. But I'm going to hit the light, and you'll see just a glimmer of something. It's electricity, though. This is off-the-grid electricity, even though I'm using my power to do it. So here, let's see if you can see that light there? I'm really spinning hard. I mean, it's really not that much, but that's electricity. That's wattage, volts, whatever you want to call it. So, you know, I was just spinning like crazy, and you can't see it when the light's on. But if, you know, that's just because the fan's bad, or if I had a crank, it would work a lot better. But the wind, you know, this is the basic. For anybody who's interested in trying to get a little bit off the grid or something, we'll start here with me and just play around a little bit. And once you actually see something working, as lame as that was, you know that you can, you know, the possibilities to expand the knowledge, fool around with larger equipment at some point once you get a small thing working. Like maybe a, you know, a tiny little LED light outside that's, you know, we get a lot of wind here. So I thought I'd share that with y'all. Again, it's very elementary. I'm not teaching anybody anything new probably, but for me it's the first step towards something bigger. And I plan on working with ceiling fans next once I get the tinier stuff perfected. And I'm going to go buy an LED light and do some other things. And okay, bored again, but with a purpose. If you have to be bored, at least have a purpose. Or at least tell yourself you have a purpose.